Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Macedon Imperator playthroughs tutorial series. So last episode, something happened with the recording where it cut off about this much of the screen, so you couldn't see this, I believe, and the timer, and you may not have been able to see this. And also everything would have looked a bit off-centered, so I apologize for that. But I fixed it, and now you should be able to see everything. So that's good, and we're going to be continuing where we left off. And there's a bit of change of plans here though, because I was just about to record this and I noticed here, you can see this guaranteed Phrygia, and so that would mean if we declared war down here like we planned, we would get war with Phrygia, which we don't want, because they would completely destroy us. They have 57, they're pretty big, so they have a lot of manpower, have a lot of money, so they could really completely obliterate us. So instead, we're going to be declaring war on up here. And you see here, they have just alliance with Empress and one other place. We're going to just be declaring war here on Empress. So we just get the war on here. Tantutia. Sorry for the pronunciation. But yeah, so something I couldn't explain last episode was Casus Belli. When you have a Casus Belli, that means that you can declare war without suffering stability. And see, they have a Casus Belli that country there, and the way to get a Casus Belli is the covert actions, and hit fabricate claim. You'll see it'll cost 168, and we have that much, so we can hit fabricate claim. Just click where you want, and you have a fabricated claim. Which means that we're essentially saying that we actually own this land and you don't own it. And meanwhile, these ships are going to go and pick up this army and transport them up here. And this one army is getting ready over here. So yeah. The Olympics completed. It's popularity, which is nice. Let's get them on the ships and take them up here. These to come undock. Last episode, remember that little small army? You can have them dock and kind of back up this one because it's a bit smaller than the other one. I was just saying trade-offs developing, so you just pretty much choose which. I guess we'll see that. We'll have these ships. Ah yes, our financial situation, which is declining pretty bad. So we do get a bit of money from there, but we're losing stability and monthly loyalty. So we're gonna fix that right now. You must ask how you fix that? Well, you're gonna come up here, click this economy tab, and here it'll show like your economy, this is how much you're making, and this is how much, this is what you're spending. And so what we're gonna do, how we're gonna fix this, we're going to, you see here, there's options, which means you can pay more for the armies and they'll get some more moral, which like makes them like less likely to retreat. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna decrease the amount we're paying to the ships, because we're not gonna be using ships in this war. If we were declaring war like somewhere like over here or something, which we probably won't, but if for example we were, then we would need ships, but for this war we don't, so we're just gonna decrease morale. So now we're only under that much, and then now we have to think of an option here. So we're gonna increase taxes, and that'll get us just barely above. Then we were just increase, no, that's not it. Nope, they're not gonna do that. Okay. So, wait, what did we do? I see, so, we look like we're, okay, yeah, we're gonna have taxes, and yeah, that's what happened. We stopped importing wood, because we clicked that, which we didn't want. And we're gonna need... Oh, we can fix that later. Also, we're just going up a bit now, I think. No, not. Yeah, it's up. Unpause and then I'll update, I think. No. It should. Let's see, economy. It says we're going up 0.6. But over there, stop moving screen. It says we're not. Well, if that goes down, we'll fix it. Probably they just have to like, yeah, there. The month just had to finish. Love you guys, march over here. Someone just rather them march over here. Here we have another invention. So we'll do this. Starting experience is like how like experienced your soldiers are. So it'll just increase that a bit, which can be nice. So just your soldiers are more experienced, like better fighters. And so we're gonna declare war. You see here that you see here the enemy allies. That's who's gonna be joining the war on the enemy side. That would be them, which is what we want. And then see this little check here. That means that Thrace will join us. So if we click this, the Thrace will join the war. You see there's a positive 27, and you need at least one more positive than negative for acceptance. If there's an X here, you can still check it, but they will just won't accept and it'll destroy the alliance. So just don't do that. Is that okay? That says we lose stability. But didn't we make a fabricated claim though? We already have a claim. Ah, we pressed the wrong thing. So we're gonna fabricate and claim on them instead. Guys, it appears they're in the relatively short time that we are transporting, they decided that they wanted to ally, or maybe they already were they? Okay. Defensive league. They're in a defensive league. I may have overlooked that. Sorry, I'm kind of messing up a bit here. But, yeah, defensive leagues, that's what happens if you get to have aggressive expansion, or it could just happen naturally. And that'll just mean that people band together and be, like, allies. We can avoid that by declaring war on them, I believe. Here, so what happened? So she wants a job, and typically these green options are the game telling you that they're pretty poor options. You can see there are a lot of red in those, and red's typically bad. And so we're gonna do this one. See, the hand means loyalty. You see that the person losing loyalty has pretty much max loyalty. The person gaining it doesn't. So we can do that. Someone does lose a job, but we can fix that. Put this guy in because he is feeling scorned, and that's just one place feeling scorned. And so from that we can see here. And when we first started, we only had 2 generals available. And now we have more, and this guy's pretty poor of general, so you can hire him. And he also happens to be one of the families that's being scorned, so that goes away, which is good. And now we can declare war here. So yeah, you see only Ypres is their ally. So that's what we wanted. Then confirm. And then it says they have honored our military alliance, which means that they're gonna join our side. And then the armies will probably, hopefully, come marching down. We're gonna have them go over there. You guys are gonna join them over there. And this army is gonna go siege that fort. Fort's is really good to they siege you because you're gonna have to do it anyway. And when you lay siege them, a lot of times the surrounding countryside will also. See, we've already spotted an army, and they're coming. You can see I'm thinking about that, and we just crushed them. Lost 2,000. We lost 2,000. They lost 3,400. So that's good. They're a bit better general of us also. You can see here we have an army, an enemy army marching in. Let's see, Thrace is coming in, so we're not gonna worry about that. It depends, like if you like, it could could be bad, or it could just be perfectly fine. Let's consider we have a bunch of armies marching in from our ally Thrace. It'll hopefully probably be fine. If not, we can always turn around an army after they successfully lay siege to the castle, as we get some more money. The other ones don't look very good. They just not very happy, so we'll do this. I think we just lost a couple citizens. I think that was what it was. Like they moved somewhere else. The siege is going well. This one isn't as well. That's okay. Also gonna merge these two armies. But you accomplish by clicking there. See, they've laid siege a couple things, but this army of Thrace is gonna come over and get them. So we're just getting cautious. Cautious is just like a character trait. But you can view them by here, clicking this, something about that there, and then it'll show you their character traits. You see we have blood of Antipatros, ambitious. We also have cruel and cautious. And you see what they do below that. Here you can see like options that you can do to interact with the character. Like you can also like on other characters, you can like imprison them. Also you have starving pops, which are population. Population is just the people that inhabit a certain area, and you see they're starving because they're under siege. And we have another one of these. We'll hit import value, which will just give us also more money. See here we have some armies looking like they're gonna corner us. So we have some options here. We can ask this army to retreat, or we can hope that they won't attack at the same time. So we do this. If they both attack at the same time, we'll retreat that way. Okay, so now it's just this one. So hopefully what will happen is we'll... Okay, yeah. Looks like we may have won. Autosave. Okay, there. We won barely there. See what happened there is the army from up there arrived first, and so we had superior numbers to that army. But when the second army came, they had already lost most of their troops, and so that's how we were barely able to win. You can see we lost 5,400, they lost 6,200, and they had 5,000 more troops than us. That's a pretty good victory, but our armies are diminished. See here, these armies are hunting down that army. They've already defeated him. You can know that because you see how they're kind of limp walking, and they're straight. That means that they won battle, and we managed to successfully siege the city. See here, some things are already automatically being sieged, which is by that little bar. We'll do this because it gives us more loyalty from certain troops. We'll put them in impact actions, so they do whatever they want to do. Sit. Pause. I see what happens here. So, it didn't have very high population, so we kind of accidentally exterminated all the people in this area, which is not ideal, but won't do this with. So, this one worked. Yeah. So no, we're not gonna do that. See, we automatically siege all of this. Over here, that army's going to go hunt down some of the enemy. Be victorious. Maybe slow down in a bit. You see down here is our total war score, and we're winning. You can see by the green numbers. If you have red numbers, it means you're losing. But you don't want to be losing. So, and here we imprison him. So that means he's imprisoned. He's captured. So now the war is pretty much won. So that's good. We just have to finish sieging all the cities. The armies have been pretty much destroyed. And here we have an omen, which I wasn't see here, but see how they're looks like they've gone up a bit of percent. So we're gonna do get some more tax. Just trying to further get up the money situation because we do want to stop the higher taxes and the neglected ships. And here, this is a military tradition. They're really expensive. So you have 800 military power. They cost 800, and then it'll just keep going up. Here, there's just various benefits, and when you see like choose a row, then it'll just go down. You can always just switch rows. And so I think I'm gonna do this. You see, it now went to 1,200. This means that we're gonna have to wait another long while for that to happen again. So I'm just gonna. Okay, so we look like we're gonna join that fight there. We won. Okay, I'm gonna take a bit of manual control. Okay, they look like they're gonna be siege stuff now. It's good. So it looks like pretty much their armies are almost wiped out. Still a couple of them, but the race is cleaning those ones up, and you guys didn't have to do that. Go over there. You guys are gonna go down here. Because eventually wants to actually finish this war. And they're kind of just sitting here. Just looking around for armies, actually. You are gonna go up here. See that? You're gonna... okay. Ooh, and this guy unsiege that. So we'll attack them. And here you can see a little bar, which is the battle. You can always get that by clicking on it. It also automatically slow time a bit. We won that, so we're gonna have to send them over there. Have you get this, which is gonna be the last thing we need to siege. Ooh, so what do they do? Oh, so he's going to kill this guy. This guy's gonna kill this guy. Ah, that's not very nice of him, eh? Let's see. Some options here. Let's do this, so we don't lose some stability. Got, and another invention. Oh, yes. Another invention, and also, see here, there's people that give like bonuses to how much research you get, which is what you get there. And so we'll hire someone because we just kind of imprisoned the researcher that was doing that. And so it looks like we've completely won the war. See that by that 100, which means that you completely won. You can just click whatever you want, or click here. You see we'll get, there's a 34 in demands. The maximum you can get in demands is 100. So if you get to 100, you won't be able to go anymore. And you see here is aggressive expansion, which is here. And the higher you go, the more people are gonna be worried about you. Like if we're like aggressive expansion, if we were like rapidly expanding here, we get a lot of aggressive expansion, and then people like, excuse me, people like over here would be kind of looking at us, being like, they're kind of conquering a lot of people. What if they conquer me next? So they'll form a defensive league, saying, okay, if they attack us, then we'll all band together. Here we could take money from them, and you see here we're just gonna try and get as much as we can. That does put up the demands as much. That's okay. Does not expect this expansion. See here, yeah, okay. But then here is part of our nation now, and we're gonna have to work on repopulating this, or recolonizing it. Maybe that's what it'd be called. We also have a governor because we just Lacey's got this part of the added that to our empire, so we need to hire a governor to overlook that area for us. And governors are important. If they're not loyal to you, then they can kind of rise up. They're rise up and rebel. And so now we're gonna get our armies back to our capital, which is Pella, and then that'll be probably it for this episode. And next episode we are going to be, see here they still have that guaranteed. So until that goes away, we will be probably conquering up here. We'll go through, maybe get collect some of these ones, trying to get our empire to go up that way. So yeah, thanks for watching. Love you all, and I'll see you next time.